BlackBerry Z10 lets you jump backwards and forwards in time to capture the perfect shot. BlackBerry Z10 with Time Shift, built to keep you moving. See it in action at blackberry.com/Z10.
Let's bring in Bethany McLean, contributing editor for Vanity Fair and a CNBC contributor. She joins us this morning on the phone. Bethany, good to talk to you again.
Good to talk to you, too.
We had touched base earlier in the week. At the time, you suggested, is this a persecution or a prosecution? I assume you've had time to look over the indictment. What is your first take?
A little bit. I haven't dug through it, but it corroborates what everybody said, basically, which is that this is a company where compliance was set up in name rather than in practice, and it's a place that thrived on insider trading. If you believe the pages of the indictment.
Where's the line between charging illegal activity from a compliance standpoint, and in the words of the indictment, actually encouraging the widespread solicitation of inside information?
Right. Well, the allegation against SAC from competitors was always that the place was set up to encourage insider trading, because you had these pods where people operated independently, and it was very much kill or be killed and eat what you kill, and so people were encouraged to operate without a lot of oversight and to do whatever they could to make money, and then to feed those ideas up to Steve Cohen, but without Cohen necessarily having to understand where the idea came from. And so I think it would be very difficult to prove that Cohen himself engaged in insider trading, but you could make a strong case, if you believe all that the firm was a place that encouraged it.
Yeah. Bethany, of course, always worth pointing out, the bar is higher in criminal than it is in civil, which the SEC brought last week with that failure to supervise. Here, it's got to be beyond a reasonable doubt. But there is still a lot of doubt as to whether the firm can survive this, in part given simply the credit it needs to survive in its current state, at least, that it receives from Wall Street. Give me your take on all that.
Well, the interesting thing is there's always been a lot of chatter about former SAC people who have not been criminally charged but who still might be cooperating with the government. And so I'd expect to see perhaps some of that emerge as this case moves on. And it's a really interesting thing, because it's not like an Arthur Andersen, which the government obviously put out of business just by criminally indicting them, because it's a firm that depends on its reputation. If SAC depended on its reputation, the firm would have been out of business a long time ago, right? A hedge fund depends on its ability to make money. And I don't know what it means in terms of the big banks, Goldman, Morgan, the big prime brokers' willingness to do business with SAC, and it'll be really interesting to see how that shakes out, how much this reputational issue matters. And there certainly are cases of firms surviving an indictment, so we'll see.
Bethany, thank you for coming to the phone on such short notice as we continue to work through the paperwork, too.
Forfeiture allegation. They got to get back the money if they win.
Bethany, thanks.